Well, hello friends, and welcome back to Persevering Daily. I'm Kathy, and welcome to my channel. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, well, just welcome. And I hope you will enjoy the videos that I've got put up. And for my returning people, it's been a few weeks since I've posted since Vlogmas. We had a wonderful Christmas, and you got to spend part of that with me on my videos. I hope you enjoyed each of the things that I put up, and we just did a lot of things during the Christmas holidays this year, and it honestly was one of the best ones I've had as far as getting out and doing things in many years. And then right after Christmas, we did have a very tragic thing that happened in our family. And those of you that maybe saw, I did do a little post, not a video, but a little post on my message board or whatever you call that thing, to let you guys know that it was going to be a little bit of time until I would come back and do a video, because 2 days after Christmas, we lost my sweet mama. And it's just, I just really haven't felt like getting on and doing a video. It was kind of hard for me to even really talk about it yet, but it's been a little bit of time now, and I've got my siblings that are just wonderful, and they've helped me to kind of cope with things. My kids have all been real supportive, and then of course, the school I work at, I could not have asked for a better group of people that have just been so supportive, praying for me, giving me just words of encouragement. Just some of the people came to the service, and then I just received so many notes and messages of encouragement. I just really have been overwhelmed with kindness, and so I feel like I'm ready to kind of start moving on and just getting back into kind of a routine, which I have as far as work, but as far as getting my videos up, I think I'm ready to get back in a routine. And I did want to share with all of you, because a few people did see my message about what had happened, and they wrote me some very sweet, encouraging comments. Thank you so much for that. My mom was 84, and I can't say that everything came as a surprise. However, just the way that everything happened kind of was surprising, because last year at around the same time, we had a very close call with my mother and her health, and we almost lost her at that time. And then she kind of bounced back, and we had a good year, and she had a good Christmas with us. But we did notice some things about her health, and so she'd ended up back in the emergency room. And at first, things didn't look very good, but then I have to say this because I have talked to a lot of people, and I've known people that this has happened with. The last day that we spent with her, she actually was looking so good, and she actually ate 2 meals. My sister and I fed her 2 meals, and she ate almost the entire meals, and she was just looking good. All of her vital signs were looking good and everything. And then that's the night that we lost her. And I see this happen so many times, that right before somebody goes, it's almost like they have this one last little burst of everything looking good again. I do have to say, my mom went very peacefully, by all everything, how everything looked. She waited basically for all of us kids to, we all came and saw her, and we were, very encouraged by how things were going. And then we left the hospital, and it wasn't very long after we left that they called and said that she had passed away. Anyway, there were some very stressful times after that, because this all happened 2 days after Christmas, and So my brother called the the funeral home literally the very next day, and there were so many services planned, they couldn't even speak to us, set up a meeting to talk to us about arrangements until that following Monday. So that part was hard because we were kind of just in limbo and there's no closure really. And then even after we met with them on that following Monday, there were so many services planned that week that we were not able to have our service until the next Monday. So that was kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Just being in limbo and not feeling like that you've been able to really say a proper goodbye and mourn and everything. But everything about that service turned out absolutely beautiful, exactly like we envisioned it. My former pastor, who I just love, him and his wife, and they are so special to me. They don't even live nearby anymore. They live about almost 4 hours away near Houston now, and everything worked out to where he could come and do the service, and I just could not have been more comforted by that service. I really felt a peace about it. The day of the service, it was pouring down rain, and we worried about that. But even that, when the graveside time came around, there was literally no rain. It was cloudy and everything, but it even cleared up a little bit, but there was no rain. And so everything worked out, really in a comforting way for us. So I just want to say all of that. I'm going to put all that out there. And I did want to share a really beautiful picture of my mom with you guys because I've talked about her on the channel before. And this picture I'm going to show you was taken just a few days before she ended up having to go into the hospital for the last time. So I wanted to share this with you, and it's actually become one of my favorite pictures of her. She had just had her hair done, and it was Christmas, and I just want to show you how beautiful my mother was, even right up before she ended up having to go into the emergency room and really didn't come back out. But look at how beautiful. And so I have the assurance, being, I am a Christian. I've made that clear on this channel before, and I feel 100% assurance of where my mother is because she loved Jesus. She loved the Lord, and the look on her face too just told me, I know where you're at. So I have a real comfort about that now. I still have my moments. Just waves will kind of come over me, and I'll think, maybe I'll go see her, and then I realize can't do that. And that's when I kind of have my waves of difficulty. But I really have to say, I have noticed, I've always kind of noticed this, but really with this situation, I've noticed too that no matter what I'm going through, there's always somebody going through something harder. And as you can see, I'm sitting here, inside my house with a lot of clothes on, and that is just because it is cold here. But a week ago, it was even colder, and we went and picked up my youngest son who lives in Austin. He had no way to get here for the service. And so, no, it was actually 2 weeks ago now. We went and picked him up to bring him so that he could attend his grandmother's service. And he has 2 dogs, so they came with us because he had no place to, have them boarded. So we went and got him, and the weather was perfect and everything, and we got him here. And all that week, he was able to be here with us, and we were able to visit with him, and his siblings were able to come and visit with him. And then when we took him home, that was last Saturday, and that was when this freezing weather was going to be moving in. And we were just like praying, please let us get him and the dogs home before any kind of crazy ice or anything starts hitting. So we took out of here last Saturday, and we took him home, got him home, and before we dropped him, well, we took him back to his apartment, but before we dropped him off at his apartment, there's a little convenience store that is right down the street from his apartments. And he said, can we stop here real quick? I'm going to pick up something. And so we stopped there, and we waited in the car. And beside that convenience store was a man, and I mean, multiply this by, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in America. There was this man, and he was out in this little field that was there beside that store, and he had on kind of a light jacket. It was nothing more thick than what I've got on right now. And he had a blanket, but it was one of those thin blankets like you get at Walmart, the little ones. And that was his protection from the cold. And I thought about that guy all the way back, because it was getting, after we dropped our son off and we started to head back to the Dallas area, it was getting colder and colder. And we stopped one time for dinner in Waco, and one time later for gas, and it was cold. Wind, cold, icy cold by that time. And I was thinking about that man out there in that cold, and I thought about all the people that were, had no place to go that night. And then it's been very cold all week like that. And I just thought, you know what? There's always somebody that has a harder situation than whatever I'm dealing with. So, I definitely want to remember all of these people that are, going through deaths in their families, or they don't have a place to stay, or maybe they have a place to stay right now, but they don't know how they're going to make rent for the coming month. Or like my son, their transportation completely dies on them, and there's no way for them to get around. There's just people in these situations out there in America right now, and it's hard to make it. It's hard to make it. So I'm so thankful. I have a nice warm house. I got warm clothes. I have food to eat. I have a family, wonderful kids. They're so great. My kids got up at my mother's service. I'm trying not to get, emotional, but each one of them got up, and I wasn't expecting it. And each one of my kids got up and said something that touched not just me in that service, but it spoke to other people that came to me later and said, I'm going through a situation right now, or my child is going through a situation right now. And when your child got up there and said that, I realized, wow, we can make it through this. It was a proud moment for me, y'all, to know I raised these kids, and, we went through a lot of hard times. And it has just amazed me how they have, turned out. My youngest, my twins, are 30. My oldest turned 39 today. And the middle one, he's 36. When they get in their 30s, I always are they 36 or 37? Depending on the month that they're born, Anyway, 36, I think. And so we went through some tough times, in their teen years. They struggled with different things, and in their 20s, they struggled with different things. And I have friends whose kids are still going through some of the same stuff that my kids went through. And I just want to be an encouragement to them that, just keep on. as long as they're still here on this earth, there's hope and they can come through it. And I've watched other people come through situations, addictions and depression and all kinds of stuff, financial issues. And I've watched people come out on the other side. And I'm one of those people. We struggled. We lived paycheck to paycheck, not knowing how we were going to make it till the end of the week when we were raising our kids. Many times we didn't know how we were going to make it. And I just want to be an encouragement. I want my channel. I want to do fun things on this channel, like I did Vlogmas, and it was very fun. And little did I know that by the end of December, we would be going through losing my mother. But the joy that we had for that month, that is just something that I'll cherish forever. And I had many joyful moments with my mother during that month and throughout the years, funny times and everything. And so I just want to encourage anybody that watches this channel. That's what I want to be, is an encouragement to all of you. If you're a younger person and you're watching my channel, well, welcome here. I turned 60 last August, and I feel like I've got some wisdom to impart. And if you're, 60 or above, then, I've got things to learn from elders, and all of my elders are gone now. My mom was the last one. And so, always put in the comments for me anything that you think I can learn from you, because I cherish those things. I treasure them. I very much respect what different people have gone through and what I can learn from that. And so I hope that you will be, feel free to share things with me in the comments, and just encourage each other in the comments. That's what I want to do. I want to be an encouragement and a joy to anybody that watches this channel. The name of my channel comes from that, Persevering Daily. Life is sometimes hard. Life has a lot of joyful moments. It really, really does. And I cherish those, and I look forward to all of those. And I am an optimist. And so I find joy in things that sometimes people look at me and go, okay, you've never seen a full moon before? Or you've never seen a sunset before? Well, I haven't seen that one, And so even on the days that are hard, we persevere and we go on through and we come out the other side. And we try to, pull other people along with us. I remember I went to a Dave Ramsey event one time. I dragged my husband there, because I was a big time Dave Ramsey fan, and I still am. And if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, look him up, because everything he has taught helped me a lot. I don't follow everything religiously like I should. He's right. All of his teachings are correct. I'm just not disciplined enough that I follow everything that he says. But I will tell you this. We went to one of his events one time, and one of the things he said, and it always stuck with me, he said, when you're trying to climb out of a financial hole and you just feel like you're coming up to this wall, it's sort of like if you're in one of those obstacle courses where you're running along and you're jumping over things and you've got these walls you've got to climb like a rope and things and get over this hard wall. He said that when you're trying to climb out of a real big financial mess, because it's not just the finances, you're probably depressed about it too, and you feel like there's no way out. He said that the people that have made it out, they want to be like on the other side of that wall or at the top of that wall, saying, don't give up. Keep coming. We made it. You can too. And just keep going, keep going. And so that is what my channel is all about. We're going to do fun, happy things on this channel, but I also want to be an encouragement. I know many of you have gone through the loss of a dear loved one. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's a parent like me. Maybe, God forbid, it's a child, a sibling. You know, I haven't experienced loss of a child. I haven't experienced loss of a sibling or a spouse, but I've experienced loss of both of my parents and all of my elders that I just loved dearly. And so I want to be an encouragement for you, and I know that it's hard sometimes to just get up and go through your day, but we're going to persevere together. And I know losing a parent is not the same pain as losing a child, and I know it's not the same pain as losing a spouse, and it's not the same as losing a sibling, but it is a grief. And I can definitely empathize with all of you that's lost a parent. And I want to sympathize with all of you that have lost a child or a spouse or a sibling, because I know that's totally different. But let me at least hopefully be an encouragement to you to go through your day and find little bits of joy here and there. And that's what I want to be to you. So that's what this message today is all about. I know I'm just talking a lot today, but that's what it's about. Is I'm just trying to get back into the swing of putting up videos, and that this is my first one. And so I hope that I can be an encouragement to you going forward. I plan to share some other stuff with you. I've been doing some organizing around here, going through my pantries, and sadly I found out that I'd let some stuff expired, so I had to clean that out. But I want to go through my main pantry and share that with you, my before and after. So hopefully, we can share some things like that, and that will be one of my upcoming videos. So I want you to have a wonderful day today. And if you still have either of your parents and you have a good relationship with them, I want you to give them a hard hug today. And if you don't live near them, maybe they're in another city or state, then, write them a little note, or call them if you can, or, whatever you can do to connect with them. I want to encourage you to do that, so that you will know that you just had a relationship with them. And when they cross over into, their heavenly home, you're going to know that you cherished them here on this earth, and you're going to see them again. So that's all I have for today, and I love you all, and I hope you will leave me comments, and I will see you next time. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.